You are the architect of your own destiny. You have the power to shape your life in any direction you choose. And it all starts with one simple truth: your thoughts are the building blocks of your reality. Have you ever stopped to think about the power your mind holds? Everything you have or don't have is a result of your thinking. The car you drive, the house you live in, your career, and your relationships, they are all reflections of your inner thoughts. You may not realize it, but your thoughts shape your world. And it's time to take control of them. This is the key to wealth, success, and happiness. Your thoughts create your destiny. Earl Nightingale, one of the most influential motivational speakers, said it best: we become what we think about most of the time. So, think about that for a moment. Everything you are right now, every experience, every result is the product of your most dominant thoughts. If you're dissatisfied with where you are, it's time to change your thinking. When you start to understand that your thoughts are the foundation of your life, you realize just how much control you truly have. Most people don't realize this power because they've been taught to believe that circumstances and external forces are what shape their lives. They look outward for success, happiness, and wealth, but never turn inward to see that the real power lies within their own mind. The first step to creating wealth, to creating the life you want, is realizing that it all starts in your mind. Your thoughts are the seeds. What you plant in your mind will grow into your reality. If you plant seeds of success, wealth, and abundance, those are the fruits you will harvest. But if you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and scarcity, those will be your results. Now, take a moment and think about your current reality. What thoughts have you been nurturing? Have you been thinking about your dreams and goals? Or have you been letting the obstacles and challenges dominate your thoughts? If you want to change your circumstances, you need to change your thoughts. It's time to make a choice. Will you continue to let your thoughts control you, or will you take control of your thoughts and create the life you've always wanted? It all starts with this simple realization: your thoughts are the key to unlocking your destiny. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for the perfect conditions to take action. They believe that success, wealth, or happiness will arrive when the timing is right, when the stars align, or when they have enough money, skills, or support. But that kind of thinking keeps them stuck in a cycle of waiting. Waiting for things to be perfect before you take action is a guaranteed way to stay exactly where you are. Earl Nightingale said, "We don't have to wait for the perfect moment to begin. The perfect moment is now." And yet, most people keep making excuses. I'll start tomorrow. Once I have enough money, I'll begin. When the economy improves, I'll take that risk. But here's the truth: perfect conditions do not exist. There is no such thing as the ideal time to begin your journey to wealth or success. If you're waiting for things to magically fall into place, you'll be waiting forever. The reality is that wealth doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It's created by those who take action despite the circumstances. It's created by those who choose to act, to start now, even when they don't have all the answers. Think about the greatest achievers in history. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait for external conditions to change. They started with what they had, where they were, and they made things happen. They made their own luck. They created their own opportunities by deciding to take action, regardless of the obstacles in their way. When you delay, you lose momentum. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take that first step. But when you take action, even if it's imperfect, you start building momentum. And momentum is what propels you forward. Waiting for the perfect conditions is a trap. It's a way of keeping yourself in the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is the enemy of growth. So, ask yourself, how much longer are you going to wait? How much longer are you going to tell yourself that tomorrow is the right time to start? The truth is, there is no better time than now. The longer you wait, the further away your dreams get. Take action today, no matter how small. Take that first step, and let the process unfold. You don't need all the answers right now, you need the courage to begin. The perfect conditions will never come. But the perfect moment is the one you create. Now that you understand the mistake of waiting for the perfect conditions, it's time to unlock the reverse law that will completely change your perspective on wealth and success. This law states, wealth is created in the mind first. Most people believe that wealth is something that comes from the outside. They think that wealth is the result of circumstances, opportunities, or luck. But the truth is that wealth begins with your thoughts. It's not a result of what happens to you, it's a result of what happens inside of you. Earl Nightingale famously said, "We become what we think about most of the time." And that's the key. Your thoughts are the blueprint for your reality. Everything you see around you, everything you experience, is the product of the thoughts you've been holding in your mind. If you want to create wealth, you must first create it in your mind. It all begins with a vision. What do you want? What does wealth look like to you? And once you have that vision, you must nurture it with your thoughts. Focus on it every day. Speak it into existence. See it, feel it, and believe that it is already yours. Here's where most people go wrong. They wait for the world to change before they start thinking about wealth. They think that when they have more money, more resources, or more opportunities, they'll start thinking about success. But that's backwards. The first step to wealth is to think about it, believe in it, and envision it even before you have anything to show for it. Wealth is not a reaction to the outside world. It's an internal creation. Think of it like planting a garden. You can't wait for the flowers to bloom before you plant the seeds. You must plant the seeds first. The wealth you want is like a seed, it needs to be planted in your mind. Once it's planted, you must nurture it with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. You are not waiting for the world to create wealth for you. You are creating it in your mind first, and the world will follow. This is the law of attraction at work, like attracts like. When you think wealth, you attract wealth. When you think success, you attract success. When you think opportunity, you create opportunities. If you want wealth, think wealth. If you want success, think success. And once your mind is aligned with your goals, you'll see the external world start to shift in your favor. Wealth is created in the mind first, and once it's created there, it will begin to manifest in your life. Now that you understand the powerful reverse law that wealth is created in your mind first, the next step is to define your vision. You see, vision is the blueprint for your success, and without a clear, vivid vision of the wealth you want to create, it's impossible to bring it to life. Earl Nightingale often said, "People with goals succeed because they know where they're going." And this is where most people fall short. They have no clear vision of what they want to create. They're simply reacting to life instead of designing their future. So, what do you want? Do you have a clear picture of your financial future? What does wealth look like to you? Is it a specific amount of money? Is it a certain lifestyle? Or is it the freedom to do what you love? Whatever it is, you need to define it. Be specific. The more specific you are with your vision, the clearer your mind becomes on the steps you need to take. Imagine exactly what your life will look like when you've achieved your wealth goals. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Feel it. What does your daily life look like? What are you doing? Who are you with? Where are you? What kind of lifestyle are you living? This vision is your roadmap. When you have a clear picture of where you want to go, your actions naturally align with that vision. You won't have to second-guess yourself because your steps will be guided by the vision you've set. Write it down. Take some time today to write down your vision. Be detailed. Write down exactly what you want to achieve, what kind of wealth you want to create, and what success looks like for you. Writing it down makes it real. It turns the idea into something tangible. It moves it from a fleeting thought in your mind to a committed goal that you can focus on. Once you've written it down, visualize it daily. Spend a few minutes every morning and every night seeing your vision clearly in your mind. Feel the excitement, feel the emotions associated with achieving it, and let that energy fill you up. This is what keeps you focused and motivated as you take action toward your goals. Don't settle for vague desires. People who achieve wealth and success do so because they have a clear vision. They know exactly what they want, and they take focused action to make it a reality. If your vision is vague or unclear, your actions will be scattered, and your results will be equally uncertain. Key action steps. Write down your vision of wealth and success. Make it as specific and detailed as possible. Visualize your goals every day, with emotion and energy. Stay focused on your vision, no matter the circumstances. Remember, wealth isn't just about having a large bank account. It's about creating the life you desire. And it all starts with a clear, detailed vision that your mind can focus on and work toward every day. Now that you've discovered how to shape your reality with your thoughts, and how to create a crystal clear vision for the wealth you want to manifest, it's time to make a commitment to yourself. Your journey toward wealth begins now, with a decision. It begins with a promise that you will never again let circumstances dictate your future. From this moment forward, your thoughts will control your destiny. It all starts with you, and you are in control. Here is the truth: you can choose your thoughts. No one else can do that for you. The world is full of distractions, opinions, doubts, fears, and obstacles. But those are external forces. They don't have to define your reality unless you allow them to. You are the creator of your own mind. And once you take full responsibility for your thoughts, you take full control of your life. Earl Nightingale taught us that we become what we think about. This is not just a nice saying, it's a law. It's how the world works. You cannot focus on scarcity, lack, or fear and expect to create wealth. Your mind will only lead you to more of the same. But when you focus on abundance, success, and opportunities, you begin attracting those very things into your life. So, it's time to take an oath. An oath to yourself. An oath to control your thoughts, to take full responsibility for your mindset, and to build your wealth, starting now. The oath. I am the creator of my destiny. I take full responsibility for my thoughts and beliefs. I choose to think wealth, think success, think abundance. I refuse to let doubt, fear, or negativity control my mind. My thoughts will shape my reality, and I will take bold action every day to create the wealth I desire. From this moment on, I believe in myself, and I will make my vision a reality. Wealth is not a distant dream, it is within my reach, and I claim it today. Say this oath now, and make it a daily habit. Repeat it to yourself every morning. Let these words empower you. Let them serve as a constant reminder that your wealth is within your control. This is the moment when your life changes. This is the moment when you stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. Your thoughts will shape your destiny, and your destiny is one of success, abundance, and wealth. Another major mistake that keeps people from creating wealth is focusing on the problem rather than the solution. It's easy to get caught up in what's not working, the obstacles in your path, and the reasons why things aren't going the way you want. But this kind of thinking keeps you stuck. It drains your energy and your focus, and it keeps you trapped in the problem. Most people get frustrated because they see the challenges ahead of them, and instead of thinking of how they can solve them, they focus only on the problem itself. When you focus on the problem, you only amplify it. Your mind gets consumed by the issue, and instead of finding a solution, you stay stuck in the cycle of overthinking and worrying. Earl Nightingale said, "You become what you think about most of the time." So, if you're thinking about the problems, you will attract more problems. The more you focus on your limitations, the bigger they seem. But, if you shift your focus to solutions, you will attract the answers you need. Solutions create momentum. Solutions are the key to overcoming obstacles. Here's the reality: every wealthy person has faced problems. It's not that they didn't encounter obstacles along the way, it's that they didn't dwell on them. They didn't let the problems dictate their future. Instead, they found solutions. They saw opportunities where others saw challenges. The law of solution-focused thinking. The solution-focused mindset is the difference between the people who achieve wealth and those who stay stuck in the cycle of struggle. When you focus on solutions, you're training your mind to be creative, resourceful, and proactive. You're actively seeking ways to move forward, and your mind will start to find ways to overcome any obstacle in your path. The more you practice solution-focused thinking, the easier it becomes to identify opportunities and take decisive action. Instead of looking at the mountain ahead of you and feeling defeated, you'll start to see the steps that will get you to the top. Key action steps. Shift your focus from the problem to the solution. Ask yourself, What can I do right now to move forward? Start small, but take action every day toward finding solutions. Practice solution-focused thinking daily, and train your mind to seek answers instead of dwelling on problems. Why this matters? Wealth creation doesn't happen by avoiding problems. It happens by solving them. The more solutions you create, the closer you get to your wealth. When you focus on solutions, you open up your mind to possibilities that were once hidden. The mindset of wealth is not about avoiding challenges, it's about finding the opportunities in every challenge you face. So, make a habit of focusing on solutions. Take action every day towards solving problems, and you'll see your wealth begin to grow, bit by bit, step by step. Now that you understand the mistake of focusing on problems, it's time to apply the reverse law: focus on solutions, not problems. Most people are taught to see the world in terms of problems. They are conditioned to dwell on what's wrong, what's missing, and what needs fixing. And while problems are a natural part of life, where you place your focus determines your direction. The key to unlocking wealth is not simply solving problems, it's about focusing on solutions. When you focus on solutions, you are actively creating a path forward. The mind works best when it is solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. Every time you face an obstacle, instead of thinking about how hard it is or how unfair life is, shift your thinking: what is the solution? When you focus on solutions, you start seeing possibilities. You begin to see opportunities, people, and resources that were previously invisible to you. Solutions create forward movement, while focusing on problems creates stagnation. Wealth follows those who take action, who focus on finding answers, and who consistently push forward, no matter what challenges arise. The law of solution-focused thinking. The wealthiest individuals in the world don't dwell on their problems. They don't sit around complaining about their circumstances. They focus on finding solutions and taking decisive action. They are constantly solving problems, big and small, and moving closer to their goals. Every successful person has faced setbacks, but what sets them apart is that they focus their energy on the solutions. They adapt. They change course. They learn. They grow. They keep moving forward, and they do it by focusing on the solution, not the problem. In the end, your wealth is created by your ability to solve problems and find solutions. Wealth is not simply handed to you. It is earned by those who understand the importance of shifting their focus from the difficulties they face to the solutions they can create. Key action steps. Practice solution-focused thinking every day. The next time you face a problem, immediately shift to thinking about the solution. Break the problem down into smaller steps, and begin tackling each one with action. Ask yourself, what can I do today to move forward? And take action immediately. Why this matters? When you train your mind to focus on solutions, you create momentum. You gain confidence. You begin to see the world differently, not as a place full of obstacles, but as a place full of opportunities. This is the foundation of wealth creation. Wealth is not about avoiding problems. It's about solving them with creative thinking and decisive action. When you focus on the solution, you attract wealth. You attract opportunities. You attract success. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember the reverse law: focus on solutions, not problems. Take control of your thoughts, your actions, and your future. Start creating the wealth you deserve today. Now that you've learned the importance of focusing on solutions, it's time to put this principle into daily practice. The most successful people don't just talk about the solution, they live it. They've made solution-focused thinking a habit, a daily routine that drives everything they do. The truth is that success isn't about one big breakthrough, it's about the small actions you take each day that add up over time. And solution-focused thinking is at the core of those actions. When you make this practice a daily habit, you rewire your brain to focus on what can be done, rather than what can't. The power of daily practice. Earl Nightingale taught us that we become what we think about most of the time. So, if you spend your day focusing on finding solutions, that's exactly what you'll become: a solution-oriented person. You'll train your mind to seek opportunities, to break through barriers, and to create wealth through creative problem-solving. Start each day with a solution-focused mindset. Here's how. Ask yourself, what can I solve today? Identify challenges, whether they're small or large, list out the problems you face and shift your thinking to solutions. Focus on what you can control. Instead of obsessing over factors you can't change, ask yourself, what can I do right now to move forward? Creating daily momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once you start thinking and acting with a focus on solutions, it becomes easier and easier to continue that pattern. Each solution you find, each action you take, fuels the next one. And before you know it, you've created a cycle of success. Here's the important part: momentum compounds. What starts as a small, solution-oriented thought becomes a driving force that propels you toward greater wealth and success. If you can start each day with the intention to focus on solutions, you'll create momentum that lasts far beyond one day, and soon enough, you'll see your financial and personal life transforming. Key action steps. Start each morning with a question: what solution can I find today? Identify at least one problem and immediately turn it into a solution-focused action. Commit to taking at least one small action each day towards solving a problem or creating an opportunity. At the end of each day, reflect on your progress and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Why this matters. Daily, solution-focused thinking builds the mental muscle that attracts opportunities. When you commit to solving problems, you open doors. And the more problems you solve, the more solutions you'll attract. Wealth is not created overnight, but it's built every day with focused thought and consistent action. The wealthiest people didn't get there by waiting for everything to be perfect, they got there by solving problems every single day. This is your secret weapon for creating wealth, the daily habit of solution-focused thinking. When you take control of your mindset, you start to see the world as a place filled with endless possibilities. One of the most subtle yet powerful mistakes people make on their journey to wealth is holding on to limiting beliefs. These beliefs act like invisible chains, restricting your potential and keeping you trapped in your current situation. You might not even be aware of them, but these beliefs are controlling the decisions you make, the actions you take, and ultimately, the life you live. Earl Nightingale once said, "You are now where your thoughts have brought you, you will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." This means that your current situation is a reflection of the beliefs you hold in your mind. And if you believe you can't achieve wealth, that belief will manifest in your life. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The thoughts you hold about yourself and your future dictate what you are capable of achieving. So, ask yourself, what beliefs do you hold about wealth? Do you believe that money is scarce, that only certain people can be wealthy, or that you aren't capable of creating wealth? These limiting beliefs are the real obstacle in your way, not the lack of opportunities or resources. The truth, you are not limited by your circumstances. The truth is, your beliefs are not set in stone. You have the power to change them. Limiting beliefs are only thoughts you've repeated over time and accepted as truth. The moment you decide to let go of them, they lose their power over you. Think about this: wealth is not reserved for a select few. Wealth is available to anyone who chooses to believe in it, pursue it, and work for it. The only thing standing between you and the wealth you desire is the belief that it's possible for you. And that belief can be changed, starting today. The wealthiest individuals didn't get to where they are by accepting the limitations others placed on them. They didn't let society or their circumstances dictate their future. Instead, they chose to break free from the beliefs that held them back and adopted a mindset that anything is possible. Key action steps. Identify your limiting beliefs, write down any beliefs you have about money, success, or your own worth. Be honest with yourself. Challenge those beliefs, ask yourself, where did these beliefs come from? Are they really true? What would happen if I let go of them? Replace them with empowering beliefs. Write new beliefs that support your goals and your vision of wealth. For example, I am worthy of wealth or money flows easily to me. Affirm your new beliefs daily. Use affirmations to reinforce these new beliefs every morning and night. Speak them aloud with conviction. Why this matters. Limiting beliefs are the silent killers of your success. They keep you small, keep you stuck, and keep you from reaching your full potential. But once you recognize these beliefs and take action to change them, you unlock the door to limitless possibilities. The first step to creating wealth is to believe that you are capable of creating it. And the moment you believe that, everything starts to shift. Your thoughts are your most powerful tool. What you think about, you become. So, choose your thoughts wisely, and start replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. This is the key to unlocking your wealth, your success, and your true potential. Now that you understand the mistake of holding on to limiting beliefs, it's time to embrace the reverse law, release limiting beliefs and embrace possibility. Limiting beliefs are like shackles that hold you in place. They are mental barriers that prevent you from seeing the full range of opportunities available to you. These beliefs tell you that something is not possible for you, that you aren't capable, or that the world isn't abundant enough for everyone. But these are nothing more than thoughts that you have accepted as truth. The key to unlocking wealth, success, and abundance is to release those beliefs and open your mind to the infinite possibilities available to you. Wealth is not something reserved for a select few, it's available to anyone who believes it's possible. But the first step is to stop seeing yourself as limited. Earl Nightingale emphasized that our minds are incredibly powerful, what you believe shapes your world. If you keep telling yourself that success and wealth are out of your reach, you'll continue to find yourself stuck in the same place. But if you embrace the belief that anything is possible, that wealth is available to you, and that you can create the life you desire, everything will change. The truth, there are no limits, only possibilities. The truth is, you are not defined by your circumstances. Your past doesn't dictate your future. Your financial situation today does not determine your wealth tomorrow. Your beliefs are the only limits you have. Once you let go of the limiting beliefs that have held you back, you free yourself to see the opportunities that have always been there. Wealth, success, and happiness are available to everyone, but it starts with the belief that you are worthy of them. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by focusing on limitations. They didn't let fear, doubt, or past failures hold them back. They broke free from the box of limitations and embraced the limitless possibilities that were available to them. The reverse law is simple. If you want to change your results, you must first change your thinking. Believe that anything is possible for you. Believe that you can have the wealth, success, and life you desire. And as soon as you release your limiting beliefs, you'll start to see the world open up with new opportunities. Key action steps. Identify your limiting beliefs and let go of them. Write them down and recognize how they've been holding you back. Shift your focus to the possibility. Ask yourself, what if everything was possible? What if I could create the wealth I desire? What if success was inevitable for me? Replace limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. Start by affirming, I am capable of creating wealth. I am worthy of success. Anything is possible for me. Act on the new possibilities that open up. Don't wait for perfect conditions, take the first step toward your goal, no matter how small. Why this matters. The world is filled with endless possibilities, but most people are blind to them because of their limiting beliefs. When you release those beliefs, you open your mind to new opportunities, new experiences, and new ways of achieving success. Wealth and success are not bound by external factors, they are created by your internal beliefs. When you change the way you think about yourself and your potential, you change your entire reality. It's time to stop thinking small. It's time to embrace the limitless possibilities that lie before you. Believe that anything is possible, and the universe will begin to reflect your new reality. Now that you've learned how to release limiting beliefs and embrace the possibility of wealth, it's time to shift your mindset permanently. The best way to do this is through affirmations, positive statements that help you reprogram your mind to align with your goals and desires. Earl Nightingale once said, "We become what we think about most of the time." This is the key. To shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of abundance, you need to constantly affirm the beliefs that support your goals. Your thoughts are powerful, and they shape your reality. So, the more you consciously direct your thoughts toward positive, empowering beliefs, the more your life will begin to reflect those beliefs. The power of affirmations. Affirmations are more than just words, they are programming tools for your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what you believe to be true. This is why affirmations are so powerful. By repeating positive statements about yourself and your potential, you begin to train your subconscious mind to believe them as fact. When you affirm, you are reinforcing a belief system that supports your success. If you want to create wealth, you need to say things like, I am worthy of wealth. Money flows easily to me. I am capable of creating the life I desire. These statements rewire your brain and make you believe that wealth is already a part of who you are, and that success is inevitable. The practice of affirmations. Start with simple, powerful affirmations that resonate with you. Write them down, say them aloud, and believe them as you speak them. When you repeat these affirmations, make sure to say them with emotion and conviction. The more you believe what you are affirming, the faster you will see the results. Here's how to make affirmations work for you. Write them down every day. Put them in places where you'll see them frequently, on your desk, your mirror, in your wallet. Say them aloud. Speak them with confidence, like you already believe them. Feel the emotion behind the affirmation. Imagine what it would feel like to already have the wealth and success you desire. Shifting your beliefs. In addition to using affirmations, you must also shift your beliefs on a deeper level. This means examining any negative, limiting beliefs you may still hold and replacing them with empowering, positive ones. Start by identifying any doubts or fears that come up when you think about creating wealth. Do you believe that you're not capable? Do you think that wealth is for others, not for you? These thoughts are limiting beliefs, and it's important to challenge them. Replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, if you think I'm not good enough for wealth, replace it with I am more than capable of creating wealth. If you believe I don't deserve financial success, replace it with I deserve to live a life of abundance. Key action steps. Create a list of powerful affirmations related to your goals and wealth creation. Repeat your affirmations daily, morning and night, with emotion and conviction. Write your affirmations down and place them where you'll see them often. Shift your limiting beliefs by actively replacing them with empowering beliefs. Visualize your success as you repeat your affirmations, imagining what it would feel like to have already achieved your wealth. Why this matters. Affirmations are one of the most powerful tools you have to reprogram your subconscious mind. When your thoughts align with your goals, you become magnetically attracted to the opportunities, people, and actions that will help you succeed. By regularly practicing affirmations and shifting your beliefs, you are changing your internal reality, and your external world will begin to reflect that change. Wealth is not just a result of hard work, it is the result of belief. And when you believe you deserve success, you naturally attract it into your life. One of the greatest mistakes that people make on their journey to wealth is fearing risk and failure. These two things, risk and failure, are often seen as obstacles, as barriers that keep us from success. But in reality, they are necessary stepping stones to wealth and success. Most people avoid taking risks because they are afraid of failure. They think that failure means they're not good enough, that they've done something wrong, or that they're destined to fail. But what if failure is not the end? What if it's just a lesson? Earl Nightingale said, most people tiptoe through life, hoping to make it safely to death. They don't take chances. They play it safe, stay in their comfort zone, and avoid risks. But the truth is, the people who achieve great wealth are the ones who are willing to take risks, not recklessly, but calculated risks. They understand that wealth requires boldness. The truth, risk is the price of growth. The truth is that risk is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Risk is the price of growth, the price of success. If you never take risks, you will never grow. You will stay stuck in the same place, always wishing for something better but never reaching it. Failure is not the enemy of success. In fact, failure is often the greatest teacher. When you fail, you learn. You discover what doesn't work, and you adjust. Each failure takes you one step closer to your success. If you never fail, you are not pushing yourself hard enough. If you never take risks, you are not moving forward. The key to wealth, taking bold action. Wealth creation doesn't happen by playing it safe. It happens by stepping into the unknown, by taking bold action toward your goals, even when you're unsure of the outcome. Wealth follows those who take decisive action, who act despite their fears. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by playing it safe. They got there by taking risks, by making decisions when others hesitated, and by acting even when they weren't sure what would happen next. They didn't wait for the perfect moment, they created it. Key action steps. Identify the risks that are holding you back. What have you been avoiding? What risks could propel you forward? Start taking small risks. Begin by stepping outside of your comfort zone in small ways. These steps will build your confidence and prepare you for bigger risks. Shift your mindset. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a lesson. Change your thinking to view failure as part of the process, not the end. Commit to bold action. Every day, take one step toward your goals, even if it involves a little risk. The more you do this, the easier it will become. Why this matters. Wealth is created by those who are willing to take risks, not by those who play it safe. Risk is a necessary part of the process. Without risk, there is no reward. Without failure, there is no growth. Embrace both, and you will open the doors to opportunities that others avoid. The people who succeed are the ones who dared to step out, to try, to fail, and to try again. Do not fear risk and failure. Embrace them, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Your wealth is waiting for you, but it's only available to those who are bold enough to take the first step. Now that you understand the importance of embracing risk and failure, let's dive deeper into the reverse law. Embrace risk and failure as opportunities. Most people shy away from risk because they see it as a threat, something that could cause them to lose what they already have. They see failure as the end of the road, a sign that they aren't good enough or that their dreams are too big. But this mindset keeps them stuck. It keeps them from growing, from pushing past their limitations, and ultimately, from achieving true success. Earl Nightingale wisely said, "Don't be afraid of life. It's the one chance you get to create the life you want." When you fear risk and failure, you shut yourself off from the very experiences that will lead you to the success you desire. You remain stuck in a comfort zone, waiting for the perfect moment, which will never come. The truth, risk is the gateway to growth. Risk is not an obstacle, it is a gateway. Every time you take a risk, you create the possibility for growth. And growth is the path to wealth. The more you challenge yourself, the more you learn, the stronger you become. Every risk you take pushes you closer to your goals. The fear of failure is the greatest trap that holds people back. The truth is that failure is simply feedback. It's not the end, it's a lesson, a necessary step on the journey to success. Failure is not to be feared, it's to be embraced as a valuable experience that teaches you what works and what doesn't. Every failure is one step closer to finding the right solution. You'll never succeed without failing, just as you'll never learn to walk without stumbling. Each failure is a building block of success. And every time you get back up, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable of creating wealth. How to embrace risk and failure. To embrace risk and failure, you must change your perception. Instead of seeing them as negative, see them as tools for learning and growth. Every successful person has experienced failure. What set them apart was their ability to get back up, learn from their mistakes, and keep moving forward. Start by reframing your approach to risk and failure. See failure as feedback. If you fail, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? Take calculated risks. Don't be reckless, but take steps toward your goals that push you out of your comfort zone. Celebrate your failures. Each failure is a lesson. Embrace it, learn from it, and be grateful for it because it is helping you grow. Key action steps. Take one small risk every day. It doesn't have to be big, but do something that challenges you. When you fail, don't quit. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Reframe your thinking about failure. Instead of seeing it as a setback, see it as an opportunity to improve and learn. Increase your comfort with discomfort. Get used to feeling uneasy, because that's where growth happens. Why this matters. The truth is that wealth is created by those who embrace risk and failure, not by those who avoid them. Wealth follows the bold, the courageous, the ones who are willing to step into the unknown and risk failure in pursuit of their dreams. If you never take risks, you'll never have the chance to succeed. If you never fail, you'll never learn the lessons that propel you forward. Your wealth and success are waiting for you, but they are only available to those who are willing to risk. Wealth is built through the lessons learned from mistakes, and it's grown through the courage to keep going, no matter how many times you fall. Embrace risk. Embrace failure. And let these experiences be your stepping stones to wealth. Now that you understand the importance of embracing risk and failure, and how they open the doors to growth, it's time to implement bold action. Action is the bridge between your thoughts and your reality. It's the point where the mindset you've developed meets the world, and it's where wealth is created. You can think about wealth all day long. You can visualize your success, write your affirmations, and plan your future. But none of that matters if you don't take action. Action is the key. It's the force that transforms ideas into results. It's what brings your thoughts to life. Earl Nightingale said, "Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect." And this is the truth, perfect conditions will never come. The moment you wait for the perfect time to act, you lose valuable momentum. Wealth is not created in waiting, it's created in action. The truth, action creates momentum. Most people wait for everything to fall into place before they act. But this is a mistake. Action creates momentum. The more you act, the more confident you become. The more you act, the more opportunities you begin to see. Momentum doesn't build by waiting, it builds by doing. The successful are not the ones who wait for everything to align before taking a step. They take action now, and then make adjustments as they go. They don't wait for certainty, they move forward with conviction. Every step you take brings you closer to your goal, and every action you take sets the stage for the next step. Even when things don't go as planned, action teaches you. Action provides feedback. Action leads to learning. And learning creates growth, which is the foundation of wealth. How to take bold action. Taking bold action doesn't mean acting recklessly or impulsively. It means acting with purpose, courage, and confidence in the direction of your goals. Here's how you can start. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for the perfect time to begin, start where you are with what you have. Even small actions will create momentum. Decide, don't hesitate. Make decisions quickly and take immediate action. Indecision is the enemy of progress. The more you hesitate, the more you delay your success. Embrace uncertainty. Bold action often involves stepping into the unknown. You don't have to have all the answers, but you must be willing to move forward despite the uncertainty. Learn from your actions. Every action, whether successful or not, provides valuable lessons. Use these lessons to adjust your approach and move closer to your goal. Key action steps. Commit to taking one bold action today. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just start moving. Make decisions quickly and act on them without delay. Trust yourself to make the right choice. Push through uncertainty. If you're unsure, act anyway. Confidence comes from taking action, not from waiting for certainty. Track your progress. Evaluate your actions and adjust where necessary. This feedback is critical to your growth and success. Why this matters. Action is the bridge between thinking about wealth and creating wealth. Wealthy people don't wait. They move forward, despite uncertainty. They build momentum through action, and that momentum is what brings them closer to their goals. Action is what separates dreamers from achievers. Without action, nothing happens. Wealth is created by those who take bold steps. It's created by those who act now, who decide to move forward even when the path isn't clear. The wealth you seek will not come to you by sitting idle. It will come to you by taking bold, consistent action. This is the moment to take full responsibility for your thoughts, actions, and future. You've learned the laws of wealth creation, the power of your thoughts, and how to transform those thoughts into tangible results. Now, it's time to make a commitment to yourself, your vision, and your destiny. It's easy to get distracted by the external world. It's easy to blame circumstances, the economy, or other people for where you are today. But the truth is, you are the creator of your own reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions shape your destiny, and only you have the power to change it. Earl Nightingale said, "You are now where your thoughts have brought you, you will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." This is the law of cause and effect. If you want a different tomorrow, you need to change the thoughts you hold today. So, it's time to make a declaration. This is the moment to choose the future you want, to take responsibility for your destiny, and to make it your own. Your wealth is in your hands, and from this moment forward, you will act as though you already have everything you need to succeed. The oath. I am the creator of my wealth. I choose my thoughts and beliefs. I choose to think abundance, success, and prosperity. I release all limiting beliefs and embrace possibility. I am worthy of success, and I will take action every day toward my goals. I am the master of my destiny, and my thoughts shape my reality. Wealth is within my reach, and I will achieve it, starting today. Say this oath aloud, and make it a part of your daily routine. This is not just a statement, this is your commitment to success. Repeat it every morning. Let it guide your actions, your thoughts, and your decisions. Why this matters? The truth is that wealth is a mindset. It's not something you wait for, it's something you create. And the most important part of that creation is taking full responsibility for your thoughts and actions. The moment you make the decision to claim your wealth, to believe in your ability to create it, and to act with conviction, you will begin to see the world respond. Your wealth is waiting for you. It's already within you, and it will be unlocked the moment you take control of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. The power is always within you. You are the creator of your wealth. You always have been, and now, you've chosen to claim it.